Still my heart and hold my tongue. I feel my time.
My wife and I had spent the weekend at our beach house, about 2 hours from Perth, and my wife had returned home the night before, and I'd stayed on by myself to do a few chores around the house, around the property for a few days. That morning, that Monday morning, I will never forget that moment that I received the phone call from Susie to say that Guy had taken his own life. He was 20 when he passed away, and we knew from when he was about 14 that he suffered from depression, but we never ever in our wildest dreams thought that suicide would have been an option for him. He was bright and bubbly. His smile would light up the room. We'd spent some months overseas just prior to him passing, and he'd moved out of home and had moved in with some friends. But I think the telling sign for us was when he came to pick us up from the airport and said, "Mum, Dad, I need to move home. I need to be with you." And that we should have seen that sign, but we didn't. And we're only human, like everybody else.
My day is done, and say you'll come and set me free. Just say you'll wait for me.
I'd never really had any dealings with Lifeline. It's not something that I'd ever rung or made contact with. But the thought of a lifeline resonated with me, and I held that thought for a while and let it percolate, till one day I rang Lifeline and said, "What can I do to be involved? What is it that I can do to help?" And they talked to me about telephone counselling. So I'm a telephone counsellor, and I've been doing that for 2 years. But in addition to that, I've had the opportunity to facilitate training for new telephone counsellors. My message to people is that we're all part of a community. We are all affected by suicide, and as a community, we can learn from that experience, and as a community, we can make a difference and prevent suicide.
Just say you'll wait for me. Just say you'll wait.